What up guys, I am Marlon and this is Bachelor on a Budget, and somehow I just spent $500. And it is a lot of plant-based stuff. A couple chemicals, you know, for cleaning, and it's a Saturday, so it was packed in there because everyone wants the free samples. But we made it through, mission accomplished. Only a few ankles run over. I should clarify, I am not a vegan. If you look at my most popular recipe, it is a ribs video. It has like 200,000 views. If you type in like how to make ribs, it's usually number 1 or number 2. So very popular. But you can see all of my recipes have kind of shifted more into more plants. And I've always kind of been about eating lots of whole foods, but now my diet I would say is like 90-95% plant-based. And there's a lot of different reasons for that, environmentally, morally, ethically, and budget-wise. Less sentient animals dying. How about that? I think there might actually be a couple of things in here like cookies that have some milk product in there. Don't hate me. As you can see behind me, we got most of the goods. Some of it is melting because I set up my frozen vegetable stuff there. So I should start with some of that. But I got lots of interesting stuff here. Some stuff I've never tried before, experimenting with, and some stuff I've always got. But I want to talk a lot about the deals and where I'm saving money and how I'm saving money. So stay tuned for that. The first thing that's turning to mush, blueberries. Oh yeah. These I put in my smoothies. You know, blueberries are nutritionally dense with antioxidants, and I buy the Kirkland variety, you know, Costco brand, a bit cheaper. But yeah, these are pretty much already a smoothie, nice and melted. Blueberries. And those blueberries are $8.99. Stir fry blend. This is also $8.99, and these are awesome. I used to not be into frozen vegetables, thought they were like mush, but if you cook them right, they can actually be quite delicious. And I have a frozen stir fry recipe, and I also have a frozen Thai curry recipe. You can check that out right in the cards here. And this is Costco variety, and it's got broccoli, sugar snap pea, green pea, carrot, yellow carrot, champignon, mushroom, red pepper, water chestnut, and onions. So lots of variety in here. And yeah, if you cook it on high and fast, you can get some great dishes out of this. And obviously it saves a lot of time prepping. Peaches and cream, oh what a dream. These are 9 something. Frozen corn, I like to throw this in lots of different things, in quesadillas, so like kind of Tex-Mex things, chili, sometimes pasta, but usually not. Sometimes a salad, like a nice bean salad. But yeah, lots of different ways that you can just utilize this, add a bit of color and flavor to your dishes. Frozen corn. I got some veggie burgers. This is actually the first time I've ever bought veggie burgers in the grocery store. So really curious to try. This was $16.99. Not cheap for 12 burgers. Actually, I don't know how much they normally go for veggie burgers. I actually had them at this restaurant recently in Vancouver. It's actually called Meat with 2 E's. And the burger was, it was unreal how similar the texture and flavor. I think it might even be that Beyond Meat's company. I think Bill Gates invested like 200 million something into that company. That or a similar one. But it's crazy what they're doing. I don't know if this is quite similar in having that same consistency, but looks good. And yeah, black bean, high in protein, 17 grams for each patty. So yeah, plant-based burgers. Almond milk, $11, $11.99. But yeah, I've switched from milk to almond milk or coconut milk, whichever is usually on special. This one was a bit more because it's organic, and I pretty much bought this because there was no other non-sweet one there. That's more important to me than organic. With organic, I kind of only buy certain things organic, like I guess garlic. I think it's called Dirty Dozen or something, that retain more pesticides. I'll learn more about that. Yeah, almond milk. I use this for my granola recipe, which you can check out, and for protein shakes. Coconut oil for 25 bucks. This is also Kirkland. Man, you guys need to sponsor me. This is some virgin coconut oil. I love this stuff. Use it for a lot of different recipes. It's good fat, good for you. It has a pretty high smoke point, so good for cooking anything pretty much, and also great as lubricant.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Oh look, I still have one. stocking up so you don't have to shop as much. On that note, I get a lot of stuff here, and it may seem like I'm not being frugal, but I assure you, buying in bulk like this does save me a lot of money, but more importantly, it saves me a lot of time. And time is that one resource that you can never get more of unless you become more efficient with time. And by buying all this stuff at once, lots of pantry items, I don't have to grocery shop as much. And I take a car there to Costco, where normally when I grocery shop, I don't have a car to take. I have my bike, and I'm carrying 100 pounds of groceries in one hand and trying to ride my bike. Not safe. This, get it all done in one trip. Peanut butter, $11.59. Can never have enough of this. I use this in my protein smoothies quite often. I like it because it's delicious, it's dense, nutritionally dense, and cheap. And I also use this in my recent recipe, which is a granola recipe. But yeah, the only ingredient in this is peanuts. Sorry, dry roasted Valencia peanuts. And you can see I had already stocked up on peanut butter before, but you know, when in Rome, peanut butter stock wasn't built in a day. Tunisian oil, $16.99. Looks fancy. Looks like this would be the most premium olive oil there. And nice bottling, organic, extra virgin olive oil. Now, they had a bunch of other ones. They have the big ones. If you look at the pricing, you gotta look at the dollars per liter or dollars per gram and how much it is, and that's where the price savings are. You can see one bottle's like $16.99, another one will be $20, but you gotta look at the dollars per liter, whichever is cheaper, and Costco's great that it shows you that, and lots of grocery stores are showing that. But that's where I make a lot of savings. And sometimes I'll still go with a more premium product, but other times I save a boatload of money. And that was perfect timing because I have that much left. Sunlight, cheapest per liter. Again, there was stuff on special, but went with this one because it was cheaper, $1 per liter. Brown basmati rice, $11.99. This stuff is rice. Rice.
We're not gonna eat that rice. That is not your rice, that is our rice. Okay?
Better for you than the white stuff. I'm not racist. Coconut sugar, $13.99. I have never bought this before, so I'm really curious to try. Love the taste of coconut. My buddy Trevor recommended it to me today. So yeah, curious to try this stuff. I'll let you know how it goes in a future recipe. But it says 1-to-1 replacement for cane sugar, so curious to try. And it says blonde, but it looks a bit more auburn to me. Pasta, $12.99. Love pasta. It's great for when you have guests over. You can make a huge thing. And pasta's super simple, easy to make, flavorful. It's 3 different kinds here. I think I was saving because I bought in bulk when I was comparing it to other prices. Guys or girls, if you got a hot date coming and you really want to impress them and you don't know how to cook that well, make a pasta. And I do have a pasta recipe, just check it out. I think I have 2. Do guys watch haul videos, vegan haul videos? Hi, 4 guys watching. I appreciate your support. Overpriced almonds for $16.99. Yeah, gotta love those prices. Oh, and these prices are Canadian in case you didn't get that. But I still gotta buy them at Costco if I wanna get decently priced almonds, because living in Vancouver, the grocery stores, this would be like $160 if I bought this, even in their bulk section. At least the ones near me. But I love them. And they are great for my Laura bar recipe, which you should check out. 2 ingredients. And the other ingredient is dates, $11.79. Love dates, great sweetener. I didn't have them up until like 2 years ago, where I had them at my girlfriend's, her family's Persian, and they had them have them on their coffee table regularly. But man, they're like caramel raisins. They're amazing. But yeah, they're great in like energy bars. If you never tried dates before, try them. Bulk carrots, $6.99. That is 4.5 kilograms. That seems like a pretty good deal. I should have bought more. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them. Maybe juice them if I feel like taking the juicer out. Ooh, with hummus, that's what I'm gonna do with them. Great with hummus. I also have a hummus recipe. I think it was like my 3rd recipe or something, so it's really old, but still delicious. Just a small thing of yellow onions, $5.39. How cheap is that? Look at all these things. I put onions in like every meal, you probably noticed, but onions are They're a flavor enhancer, and they also bulk up recipes really nicely. I like the big ones because then you're not having to peel as much. And if I have extra, I just put it in Tupperware, throw it in the fridge. Some potatoes, $5.99. I don't buy potatoes that often. Quite rarely, actually. I do buy a lot of sweet potatoes and yams, but not many regular potatoes. I think I just overly thought that they're not as nutritious as regular potatoes, but potatoes can still be a good source of nutrition. And they can be delicious. I'm gonna make some mashed potatoes out of these, even though they're not the most perfect kind of potato. I'm gonna roast these. Lots of different ways. Maybe I'll even make a recipe for you guys. On a similar note, I got yams for $4.99 each. It's like about $1 per yam. Now what's interesting is it says yams / sweet potatoes. Some people know the difference. The grocery stores usually confuse everybody. Generally it's the opposite. Yams are like the more yellow ones and sweet potatoes are the orange ones, where in the grocery stores often you see the other way around. And there's different varieties of both. That's not always the same case. You can have orange yams and yellow sweet potatoes. Crackers for $9.79, and these are sweet potato crackers. I've never tried these, but I've seen them. They've been on my radar. They weren't the cheapest, they weren't the most expensive, but they look delicious and sweet potatoes. How do they do it? And I'll be dipping this in my hummus. We got Powerball. Normally this is 21 bucks, but it was $8 off, so I said, F it. When it's that big a deal, it was worth it. And actually at Costco, it shows how much things cost per load, so you can also look at that. And generally, these packaged ones are more expensive than liquid, but it was $8 off. Balsamic vinaigrette, $15.99. Another Kirkland's finest. And I use this stuff pretty much for making salads. I'll put a little olive oil and vinaigrette together, shake it up, maybe a couple spices or other ingredients, make a just simple, delicious vinaigrette. Another good one is reducing this with a bit of sugar, maybe a flavoring, and you can make a really nice balsamic reduction, which is like such an intense flavor. If you've never done that before, give it a shot. I don't have a recipe, but Google. Mixed pepper, $8.99. This again, there's a bunch of different varieties there, peppers, and you gotta look at the dollars per grams. And these ones were the winners. Goodie Bites, whatever the heck that is. They look like cookies, sound like cookies, but nowhere on here does it say cookies. Yeah, it's like rolled oats and pecans, shredded coconut, and more. I thought it was vegan, but there in the fine print is milk. But I'm not fully vegan, so I don't have to worry about that. But what can you do? Please don't destroy me in the comments. And some other things, Aussie Bites. I guess things are just called bites now when it's not cookies, when it's not muffins, when it's not bars, they're bites, huh? This has got rolled oats, organic oat flour, organic unsalted butter, organic, sorry guys. Mostly vegan. Something every vegan should love. Quinoa. I got 3 bags of these. 2 of them are on the floor, and this stuff is super awesome. High in protein. I don't know if I said it, but it's $13.99 each. Super quick to cook. You put it to a boil. It's done in like 5 minutes. Then you lower it down to a simmer for another like 10. What does this say? Bring to a rolling boil. That would be about 5 minutes. Reduce heat and cover for about 15 minutes. Let's stand for 5. Super easy to make. I love flavoring this with a bit of like mushroom seasoning or stock. And yeah, I way prefer quinoa over rice. So that's why I bought 3 bags. That, and I'm training to be a clown, so practicing my juggling skills. I got like a quinoa stir fry, quinoa fried rice, quinoa salad, bunch of different quinoa recipes, so check those out. Organic chia seeds, $11.99. I love chia seeds. I like to make chia pudding, which is just like chia seeds, bit of almond milk, and some sweetener, and whatever else you want to put in. If you want to put some like berries, this stuff is awesome. They just bulk up if you haven't tried them. They're so cool. You put a bit of water in, and they become like these little frog eggs. They're perfect. Sprinkle over salads, add to pudding, oatmeal, and cereal, and add to your favorite smoothie recipe. Actually, when I put some of these in my smoothies, if I put too much, it just becomes like a big thing of jello, which some people like that thicker stuff. And I do love adding this over my granola. And I was almost out of it. Mushrooms, $3.99. delicious savory mushrooms, great in stir fries, pastas, eggs, whatever you can think of that is fried. Mushrooms are great. I used to always add these to the end of things because I thought I didn't want to make them soggy. But man, you cook these on high heat for a long time, they reduce down, but the flavor just intensifies. Love myself some mushrooms. Avocados at an overpriced $8.99. It works out to about $1.70. These are pretty big avocados. At my grocery store, it would be more expensive. Not the cheapest thing in the world, but you know what? Get them now before Trump makes them more expensive. Good, healthy fats. Do you guys think I should have like some cringe rating here? Just leave it down in the comment. Hummus for $6.99. I have some homemade stuff in my fridge, but sometimes I don't want to make homemade. And this stuff has similar ingredients, so sometimes saving time. Hummus, gotta love this stuff. Can't wait to dip my sweet potato crackers into these. Olay, 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 olay. Body wash, I needed it. $13.99. You probably don't care, but yeah, body wash. Keeps me smelling like shea butter. Whatever that is. And aside from the Super Kids gel one, this was actually the cheapest. 25 pens for $9.79 and a notebook for $9.99. Together, they work hand in hand for productivity. I had a cheap ring one that I've been using that I just bought for $5.99, so I thought, why not stock up for next time when I run out of paper? And if you're not using a notebook, man, you are missing out on getting your brain onto paper. Actually, recently I started dictating my notes into my phone using Evernote, so that's one thing that you could do. I really like to do that at night time. And my girlfriend recently bought me for my birthday. It's called 5-Minute Mornings, I think that's what it's called. And it's like 5-minute journal writing. So what you want to achieve in the day, what you've accomplished, what would make the day great, and then you reflect back on the day. And it's supposed to take you 5 minutes, but it takes me like 25. But yeah, cool little thing. You can check that out. Bananas in a bag, unnecessarily, for $1.89. That is cheap. Bananas are cheap. Good source of calories. I probably could have bought more, but bananas, they kind of go bad a little fast. But I mostly eat these in my smoothies and granola. Actually, a vegan bodybuilder who's actually was based in Vancouver, but he's not here, who has a channel, Simnet Nutrition. His name's Derek. He puts like 10 bananas in one smoothie. That might be a bit of an exaggeration, but man, this guy's, he's swole. Bananas for gains, I guess. Spinach, $2.99 each. What a deal. Pro tip, you want to get the ones which are actually less expanded anytime you get salad, because the more expanded they are, the more time it has been sitting. So the gases inside, they build up and they expand. So you want to get the ones that aren't super inflated. Yeah, I love spinach. I put this in pastas and stir fries. Good source of nutrition. And again, if you look at the dollars per grams, this was way cheaper than any other green in a bag. At Costco, at least. Perfect for cooking, juicing, and salads. The thing is, this will last like 2 weeks max. Otherwise, I'd buy 10 at once. And I got some sweater for $21. I haven't even tried it on yet, but it looked nice. And it was pretty affordable. I have to grow into this part. And the bottom of the box. Bath tissue. Otherwise known as butt cleaners. Again, I went with the Kirkland variety, and it's not like it's sandpaper on your butt, but interestingly, there was actually a main brand that was like $8 off, and this still worked out cheaper per sheet and cheaper overall. So I urge you to look at your prices, $1 per gram or whatever it is, $1 per whatever. And a year's supply of paper towel for $16.99. Again, same deal. There was a cheaper brand name special, but this is still cheaper. And I think sometimes these no-name brands, I don't know about Kirkland, that they're often made in the same facilities as the brand names are. Okay, that was a lot of stuff. 500 bucks spent. Now, I'll have all of this for a long time. Don't have to shop as much. And that is the great part about being able to budget your money, is you can kind of save up and make these bigger purchases in bulk versus spending here and there where you're going to the grocery store and buying smaller versions of it, but that smaller package might be 40% more. And for non-perishables, totally makes sense to bulk up if you're getting a deal. And still look at the prices. Not everything bulk is going to be a deal, but you may have to weigh out your time versus dollars. So for me, some of these things, maybe they would be a bit cheaper at my grocery store, especially if they're on like special, but the time of getting it all in one trip is really valuable to me. So Bachelor on a budget, part of that budgeting is time. Especially now, I got a full-time job, doing Bachelor on a budget, got a couple side projects going on here and there, and it's a lot. So time is of the essence. And maybe your finances are more important to you, but for me, both of those things are important, so I try and have a good balance. Because with more time, you can figure out how to make more money, and you can live more of your life. But thank you for watching. Hope you like this one. If there's something at Costco I didn't buy that you really think I should try, leave it down in the comments. And I referred to a bunch of videos in this one, so check out some of my playlists here. I got a ton of recipes that you're gonna love, and just go through, learn them. You'll learn a lot of different techniques. But yeah, thanks for watching. Bye guys.